Hi there, this is Squalling Solution. Today I'm going to show you guys how you can begin scraping registry from our OSINT framework. And particularly we are going to scrape the bump. Now this website provides first name and the last name, but the important thing is that it provides us baby name and the registry of the people who registered on the web. Now, for example, I'm going to copy this Kai name and go back. On the first name, I'm going to paste Kai, and on the last name, I'm also going to paste Kai. Now, if I search it, it's gonna show every people who have the first name. I mean, any registrant who have the first name is Kai, and the last name can be anything related to it. It doesn't matter if the first name if the last name is Kai or not. It will search every name that have the Kai on the first place. And this website, well, it's not going to extend any further than just 361 matches for us. So basically what we're going to do is that we're going to scrape the registrant, the co-registrant, and the location is also alright, but also we can actually go ahead and view registry, and then we can see that the date, the due date, the location, and the product that they buy on the market. So you can see that they can particularly point us to the city of the state. So pretty nice. So yeah, that is what we're going ahead and scrape it. So I'll see you guys when I create my project on Python. So here we are. We already have the project that called the bump, and I already set up the basic of the scrapey project. It's already set up. So let's go ahead and do some scraping. Now first thing first, as always, you need to create a Python file that you can name it everything, and it's gonna be your spider. So I'm gonna name it the bump, because it'll be the Python file that contain our spider. So just like always, import scrapey, and I'm gonna go ahead and code this class spider, and then going into inherited with scrapey dot spider, and name is gonna be the bump. So basically what I just did is that I'm go ahead and try to scrape as much name as possible, especially the baby name on the top 1000 baby girls and boy name for 2023. Now of course there is obviously more baby name than just this list, but for the example purposes, I'll just go ahead and only use 1000 of them. Now I haven't did the pagination to the next page, but I'm gonna do that later. So as you can see here, I have two attributes, and one of them is cookies and the other one is header. Now the headers, you already know that this header might not be changeable over time, and the website would recognize it, and this header look fine and there's nothing wrong with it, but this cookie is very different. Now there's a lot of value inside of this cookie, and some of them might be an authorization ID that can help us get into the website, which I believe probably in some this visitor ID or some AKBSM, wherever that is, but it will be there somewhere. And if we don't have any of those, probably the web is gonna recognize us as a bot and they're gonna block us. So that's just the basic for that. So now let's just go ahead and do some scraping for it. Well, what just happened here? Let's clean that up. Okay, I'll go ahead and take the absolute path on this website and cd the bump. Now scrapey crawl, take the name out. Well, what is this? Scrapey is not recognized as a name function file, so obviously it haven't been recognized yet. Maybe it's on the PyCharm terminal, and I haven't used it haven't recognized because it is not the conda version of terminal, and it's just normal terminal, and we haven't installed Python yet. Anyway, I'm gonna use the conda terminal. Go ahead and do that again. Take the absolute path of our configuration file. Go ahead and do scrapey crawl, boom. Now what we have here is something that I still haven't recognized just yet. Probably on that list that I just get, it probably don't have any baby names on it. I'm going to go ahead and print baby name. Yeah, run it again. Yep, I'm correct. So basically you see this that first thing first, it will crawl the robots.txt, and on our setting we have to disable it. Go get set to false, and let's try again. No, still haven't recognized this. I mean, it did recognize it, but it still haven't get any baby names. So gonna take a couple minutes, guys. So I just recognize our problem is that the first thing first, the URL, I got it wrong. It should probably the most popular baby names, and also I did something wrong with the XPath, and it's not really working. My previous XPath is not working, so I use the regularly is the contain method. That means it will get any a element with the class name called header. Now we see here that I try that XPath on the browser, and it would verify. Look, 6 out of 520. So now we all have all the name. Yes, I guess that's probably most of them. So the next thing we gotta do is that we're going to ahead and try to go back to the previous URL that we want to extract the registry. Now where is it? I probably believe it is somewhere around. There you go. Now as you can see here, if you're going to inspect the page and go up to the network, you go ahead and search it, you'll see this is so back with the URL that we are scraping. Now as you can see here, still take the cookies, pretty much lots of them, and we're gonna go ahead and get this cookie later on, but for the first time being, now as you can see here, I put the registry name, the first name and last name is the Kai, and it's only on this param, it's not gonna go anywhere, so this is gonna be quite easy for us. Now let's go ahead and we're still on this loop. Now the n is the name, so the URL, let's say that the search, we're gonna go ahead and underscore the URL so that we can recognize that it can be different between the URL that we have on a start request. Now the URL is gonna be this. So what we gotta do is that we gotta go ahead and use the format method on the name and the first name and the last name. So that's simple. Go ahead and copy the request that we just did on the start request, paste it right here on the loop. The URL will gonna be the underscore one. Now as you can see here, we still use the previous header and cookies, and probably I think that is gonna be go ahead and do it for us, because I don't think that they're gonna change the cookie in this page, because I don't really think that they're gonna do that. So the cookie is still pretty fine. You just go ahead and delete some of them, is probably going to affect, but I believe some of them are removable. So we just go ahead and just get the unique one, the only one that get us inside the website, and it will be should be alright. Let's just see that I just delete some of the value. Look, it's still looking great. Okay, I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. Comment that. But I'll just go ahead and delete some of the value, because I believe it's gonna help us to recognize the unique ID that we need. Still getting the baby name right. Okay, still have the baby name. Go ahead and delete the from business ID. This is a bug of that. Hey, can you still recognize me? Okay, so pretty good. Let's delete another 3. Okay, looking good. Okay, this one also still looking pretty good. I mean, like I believe that the cookies don't really affect us much, as so long as our URL is still pointed at the most popular baby name, but I'm gonna go ahead and did the deleting cookies after our next callback, which is to the registry, baby name registry. Let's go ahead and search the paste baby. Yeah. Go ahead and define paste baby self spawn as also. You don't have to use the keyword. You have to use the parametric keyword. Go ahead and now we're already inside this page, so what we're going to do is that we need the location, due date, co-registrant, and the registrant itself. So I'm going ahead and make some of that value out. Go ahead and create something called now after this we need to export it to Excel or CSV. The one way to do it is that we can use pandas for it, and then we go ahead and create a data frame. After that we can export it to Excel or even do some data analysis with it, which is also pretty nice. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do response. No, it's not response. Go ahead to create a dictionary and go ahead and data frame will be having some value over here. This one will be registration. It's gotta be a list, same as the rest. Also gonna be a list. Registration, next due date, location. Now as you can see here, if we go ahead and go view the registry, then we gotta get a further detail of the registrant. So like the location and the due date, also pretty good. So let's go ahead and go deeper inside of it. Now we probably doesn't need the data frame to be created right now, and in paste baby we might still not need these data because all of them are already in this, because most of them are already in this data. So yeah, probably gonna be great. Just go ahead and get two of this one out. This is probably the registration. This one is co-registration. Due date is okay. Location is okay. Pretty nice. So we gotta go ahead and get out the link on the registration. Now if you can see here, is on the it's on TD class, TD element. So let's just try our XPath over here. Let's just see that we want to get older TD. No. I believe that we're gonna go ahead and get older A that contains the text view registry. There, we got 20 of it. Nice. Yeah, that's the whole of them. Okay, so go ahead and get the other links. Nested name. Go ahead and use the response like that. Now we need to get the link, so it's gonna be a href get o not for link in nested name. Go ahead and continue with our yield. This is nested baby, and it's gonna be a link. Alright, this look cool. Alright, after we go ahead and go deeper inside this, we still might need to get the further page. Now if you go to the next page, you can see here that the parameter doesn't change, so they probably hide it inside the API. And if I click on the fault method, you can see here this is the API and is contained, well, unauthorized. Now it's contained what we need is the response on our record. This is what we need. So basically we're gonna need that URL. Okay, already. Well, if we go ahead and go inside the API, then this URL might not be the correct one for us. I'm just gonna go ahead and call this API. Now just go ahead and reuse this by pasting the value as the name and the last name also as a name with the format method. This is gonna be our API. Alright, so I might not sure that if this work or not, but we go ahead and print the response.tag. It might be a JSON. Not pretty sure. Might be. No, it's not JSON. It's for one. Probably got something wrong. Let me see. Okay, probably not gonna be page 4. It's just page 1. Let's do that again. Okay, still for a 1. Probably you don't have any authorized. Let's just go ahead and see how the cookie is gonna be. Well, look at that authorization. This has been the one that block us from scraping the site. Let's go ahead and paste the authorization right there. Now let's go ahead and print it. Wow, check it out. Now that's pretty good data that we want. You can see the whole total of it. Totally awesome. Oh my god, this one got 2001. That you'll see. Pretty nice. Absolutely amazing. Okay, that's look pretty good. Now this authorization might not last long, but as long as it can last, is alright for us. Let's go ahead. Now we're gonna need another library. It's gonna be a import JSON. Now on here we're gonna need to use data will be equal to nested response.text. Gonna use JSON and loads the string of our response. So in our nested name, let me check. Maybe their API have something for us. You can see here is that their registry. If you copy this registry, you view it, and you go ahead and paste it right here, it's gonna show us the registry of the registrant. So that's look pretty nice. City, Jackson, state. Also, if you see here, they don't show the city on their location. Now, if we go into deeper inside this website, then probably we don't even need to do so, because if you see here, it pretty much gives us the city and the state already. So that might not be a good thing to do, since with the authorization token is gonna be expired soon. So we are not going to risk to go inside this view registry and get the city and state while we already have all of them on our JSON. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and do that. We gotta go ahead and open up this data frame, and which probably not gonna be important. Registrant, go registrant. Okay, look good. Go ahead and go inside even deeper. This is gonna be a records, and the total, we need a total will be data total. Now why do we need the total? Because each of them have 20 of the records that we have. So if we divide it, we can get the whole page, and the whole page is what we need. Okay. So let's just go ahead and create this thing as our integer. Now data frame for each record inside our data dot record. Let's go ahead and print. Now let's just print. Go ahead and just insert just into the data frame. Go ahead and append each record. Registrant. Now this is probably the classic way to do it, but I think that some of you guys with advanced Python programming will probably gonna need some of you are having more advanced programming than me, then they probably know how to do this very easily without complicating the matter as I did. What is code registrant? I'm just doing the very simple stuff. Due date. Now, as you see, this due date is not really a string. Is properly a date. I propose is a datetime string. And this is gonna be very complicated if we don't extract it later on, but just go ahead and extract it anyway. I mean, later on our Excel sheet, we're probably gonna get it. I mean, we're probably gonna convert it into our date, our normal date. Now with this city and state, either we can combine it with our location, or we just go ahead and create one with the city and one with the state. That might be one way to be obvious. I believe they just lowercase the city and state. Look like it's done. Now still it haven't been done because we need this. Delete this away. We need to know how many pages that they have. So it's a very easy way to do it. So I'm just go ahead and create one thing called the pages. Now pages is gonna be the total divided by 20. And we gotta go ahead and get the integer of the number. We're gonna get a round of the total pages, because the max size page is 20. So if we divide it by total, we're gonna get a page that they show here, which is 6 page. Now we have the max page number, we have the record. So one thing we're gonna need is that also data frame. With this data frame, you're just gonna go ahead and paste it in here, because we want to, you know, every time we go to the page baby page, and then it will go ahead and append it inside here. So yeah, we don't want to renew our data frame every time we go to the page baby. So it's gonna be one of the instance of our spider class. This might be very useful. Now let's go ahead and create for page inspect. Also, if you want to know that whether or not the name has been inserted, perfectly fine. Go ahead and print something else. Yeah, let's just print let's just print the registrant. Each record registrant should be single quote, then has been inserted. That might get obvious thing after we have inserted them inside our data frame, so we might know whose is inserted and who's not. Now for each page in range, let's just say for page. Now for each page in range of page. Now as you can see, we have the URL, but we did not know the name after we get to the page baby. So we go ahead and create one more attribute, that is meta, will be the name, will be the n. In that way, when we go ahead to go to the page baby, then we use the name of our previous response, we paste it in here, and then it's gonna go ahead and do the magic for us. Now for each page in the range of page, we gotta go ahead and retake that API. There you go, nicely done. Now the name will be the response dot meta name, and still there, it's gonna be the end. For each page in the range of the page, we gotta go ahead and yo bat. No. This might be a little bit wrong, because if we want to go ahead and yo back to the next page, this one should be, we just only go ahead and get this one, the total of the page. For the rest, we gotta create another function for it and then call it back. Page, this one just page name. We got a page baby register. Spawn. Go ahead and do the record step. We take the data. Now this might do the magic for us, because if we get the total page, after we get total page, we need to go to the next callback, and then we go ahead and take the record from that callback. Then we are set, because in this page, even though we can get the first record, it might not be the efficient way to do it, because we have to call back to another function, that sort of thing. So as I said, we're gonna need define another callback, and then with this last callback, the rest of the page will be passed through this one. So let's go ahead and do some magic for it. Now this is gonna take a while to run, as I believe. Let's see. Well, okay. Come on, keep it going. Come on. Let's see. Page still page 1. Haven't gone to page 2. Okay, is skip still going? Still going. Wow. Well, that's totally is not what I expected, because what I did want to expect it is that I want authorization to be, page had reset its authorization, so they might have blocked us. They might have changed our authorization to the other one. Let's get to the second one. Let's see the authorization of it again. I still haven't changed, I believe. This one page name. This one is print the data. Oh, yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, I haven't changed the value of each page, so it's basically just go to the page 1. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, guys. Let's go ahead and rerun our spider. Now it's looking great. Wow, take a look at that. Whoa. That's a lot of data coming out, like a really really huge way. I mean, like it haven't been even like stopping. It's crazy, man. Oh my god, I feel so guilty. Oh crap. Okay, for the demonstration, I'm just gonna go ahead and now for one more thing, if you want to export the Excel file, there's a way to do it. Now on this pipeline, you're gonna go and define close spider, and it's gonna be our item. Now we don't need our item yet because we don't yield any of our item, but we did append our data into a data frame, and it is an instance of spider, so we're gonna reuse that instance. Now it's gonna be a spider dot df, and let's go ahead and do Excel. And go ahead and debug data dot xl sx, import pandas over here. Oh, we haven't converted into data frame yet, so inside our pipeline we can convert it. Pandas data frame .df. Now the df will be like this. Now on our setting, we also have to open up the item pipeline so that it can be recognizable. So for the demonstration, I'm just gonna go ahead and run this for like about as long as I can, and I'm gonna show you guys the result after it has been done. So I have been done our scraping, and as you can see here, there's a 40,000 response count, and if you put it into the count, then probably if you plus 20 to 40,000, it's gonna be more than 800. So after do a little bit of remove the duplicates on the database, and I found out that we have 786,000 registrants. That's pretty nice because we just remove lots of duplicates, and that's the number that we have for the registrant. Now if you look at the data, and you can see that most of them are very nicely done. There's a code registrant, some of them don't, some of them have, but that's look pretty nice. There's due date, then city and state, and some of them are not properly formatted in the state code, and some of them are not even in the United States, like this burn site. But they're all nicely done, nicely scraped. You can do a little bit of modifying with this database, but probably at the time I cannot send you the data file yet, and probably in the future then my channel can be able to add some link, because I pretty much want you guys to check out the code and use it for yourself. So yeah, just go ahead and check out the code, and you can see that we're gonna need the cookies, we're gonna need headers, and especially this authorization token. You definitely can need this, or else you won't be able to get the JSON, to get the API that gives you the JSON response, and what we really need is that this JSON response. And after all that, I believe that this is pretty much it. Also, I can do a little bit more, like I can find out that what this person bought and what did that other person bought on a database. Because if you check on the BOM, the registrant might be bought something for their use, but I haven't scraped it yet. But that's look pretty nice already. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.